Hello everyone, welcome to the new video. Today we are going to analyze at the Lahore Karhai by Imtiaz Tharkar. I'm not going to read the lines here. We'll just have the analysis of it. First, we will have the summary of it. So Imtiaz Tharkar's poem at the Lahore Karhai reflects an immigrant's deep sense of nostalgia for home, using food as a central metaphor. The poet's visit to Lahore Karhai, a popular restaurant in Wembley, becomes an emotional journey that reconnects her with her roots. The title alone hits at the speaker's longing for the familiar taste of home. The visit to the restaurant, which has become a Sunday ritual, is described as a kind of pilgrimage, a sacred effort to reclaim a part of her lost cultural identity. The poet's remark, "No beer, we are Muslim," underscores her ethnic and religious identity, further emphasizing the link between food and one's cultural and personal identity. Now, when we come to the second stanza, there we have the old memories which resurface as the poet recalls the journeys of Indian truck drivers along the Grand Trunk Road, stopping at roadside dhabas for a taste of home after their long, grueling drives. Like these truckers, she too carries the weight of distance and time spent away from her homeland, earning for the comfort of familiar flavors. The poet compares her own experience as an immigrant to that of these truckers. Her journey is not along physical routes, but through the emotional and cultural dislocation she feels as a non resident Indian who has left behind the homes of Sialkot and Chandigarh. Like them, she seeks out places like Lahore Karai to reconnect with the taste and memories of home, hoping to revive those feelings of belonging. Now, in the third stanza, she says about what is happening at the restaurant. At the restaurant, the poet reflects on the people sitting with her at the table. There's a Sindhi migrant from Lahore and his wife who prays to Krishna and sees him as the keeper of her kitchen and her life. An Englishman too young to fully understand the cultural weight of the moment, and two confident young women who embody the spirit of Bombay, which is now Mumbai. These companions, each shaped by their own past, dress in their histories as if it were a familiar, comforting summer, even in the coldness of their new environment. Now, the next stanza says, as they indulge in the meal, the poet is flooded with memories of people from her past. Each dish carries a personal connection. Tarka dal evokes thoughts of Auntie Hamida. Karai Ghosh brings back memories of Kala Amina, and Gajar Halwa reminds her of Appa Rashida. The naan, in particular, brings to mind a second person singular you, possibly her soulmate. Thus, in this moment, her hand pauses midway to her mouth as she reflects on the divinity and nostalgia that fills the air. She takes in the smiling face of the restaurant owner's son, the cook preparing kebabs, and the shared sense of the past that binds her and her companions, Kartar, Rohini, Robert, Aisha, and Sangam. Through the bread they break together. Then the poem concludes with the realization that these traditional meals are more than just food. They are rituals that allow her and others like her to relive their forgotten past. On any ordinary day, they might have opted for Chinese food, but today, the deep history and memories tied to this feast are what matter most. The meal serves as a bridge to the past, more meaningful than the food itself, as immigrants like her, each a trucker of their own kind, make the journey to reconnect with the homes they have left behind. So, this is the whole poem. Now, let us move to the analysis of the poem. So, here we have the theme of nostalgia and food. The poem at the Lahore Karhai reflects an immigrant's nostalgia for home, using food as a metaphor to explore this longing. Now, what is the title significance? The title indicates the speaker's deep connection to her cultural roots and her longing for the meals of home. Then, what is the significance of that particular word pilgrimage? The poet describes visiting the Lahore Karhai restaurant in Wembley, Great Britain. It is a spiritual journey or pilgrimage where reconnecting with her roots is sacred. So that is why that visit is considered as a pilgrimage. It is something sacred. It is giving a solace to her mind. Then ethnic and religious identity. Ethnic and religious identity shows that the line, just take that line, particular line, no beer, we are Muslim. It emphasizes the poet's cultural and religious identity, highlighting how food and drink practices reflect personal and social identities. Then, what is the importance of truck driver's metaphor here? The poet compares her journey to that of Indian truck drivers who stop at roadside dhabas, longing for food that tastes like home. Similarly, immigrants like her yearn for a taste of home in their busy lives. Then we can see the company of her friends at the table, that is, at the restaurant. The poet describes the people at the table, each representing different cultural backgrounds, such as a Sindhi migrant, a Hindu woman, an Englishman, the confident girls from Bombay. This diversity reflects the shared sense of nostalgia. So, though they are coming from the different background, different culture, all of them have the same or the a shared sense of this nostalgia. Then let us discuss the significance of winter and past metaphor here. The poet uses the metaphor of winter, teaching them to dress in their past as if it were summer, symbolizing how they cling to their memories despite changing surroundings. Now, when we read the poem, we can feel that there are memories in the poem and that nostalgic memories, right? Each dish reminds the poet of someone from her past. Tarka dal reminds her of Auntie Hamida, Karai Gosht of Kala Amina, and Gajar Halwa of Appa Rashida. The warm naan evokes a personal connection to a loved one. As we know, food is a very important thing which can reconnect ourselves or connect ourselves with our root, with our family. Then again, we can see the shared nostalgia at the table. The poet reflects on how everyone at the table, Kartar, Rohini, Robert, Aisha, Sangam, everybody are there, how they are doing all this same thing there. That is how they are having the same feeling. That's all for today. Thank you.